You are able to follow it? I have only got 4 yeses, so I'm concerned whether I'm making sense. Only 6 people are saying yes. Yes, you can move, Naveen. Gopal, the files are available in this folder, the folder number 27, which has been shared as a part 6 material. Yeah. So should I move a little fast and upload all the balance files? Can I get a go ahead, guys? I'm little concerned whether you are able to follow what I'm trying to say. Yeah. I'll wait for others also to reply, please. I'm giving you 30 seconds. Yeah, we will cover that, Naveen. How you want to move and why do we want to move? Because here we are not manipulating data. This is not output. This is backend. Okay, it is a backend. This report you will not print, Naveen. We will make pivot tables out of this, and that is the data which you are going to use. Right? The manipulation is easy and possible, but we don't need to do that kind of a thing here. Yeah. Okay. So I will move forward and will upload the other files as well. Okay. So I will say close and load to where add data to the module. So you see the customer lookup with 10,281 rows are loaded. Okay. Distinct and unique are different features which are used in database. Unique is single occurrence. Okay. And distinct is how many distinct values which may be repeated are there, right? So that's how the distinct and unique is defined in the databases. Now, I will go to the file again and do the third file upload, import, okay? And just look at this file. What it has is transaction date, stock date, product ID, customer ID, store ID, and quantity. So what I will do, I will transform the data. Okay, I don't want to do now any other thing, splitting columns or something like that, which anyways I can do. Okay, I don't want to do that. What I will do is I will go and close and load and say add to the data model. Okay, these are the steps I will perform. So I will get the third file also with 86,000 rows. Again, I will go to data and I will say again file from CSV. What I will do, I will go to the fourth file 1998 data and import and say transform and then say load to okay data model. So you can upload multiple files. There is an option to upload folders, but I'm not showing that because we need to do repeated this action, same action we have to repeat again and again. So it makes sense for us to learn, and that is where I'm using the longer route to do it. Now, again, I can do load to from here, but always as a practice, you should go to the transform button and see once the data, when you are doing uploading in the real-time environment, it is good to analyze the data, right? Column distribution, okay, and column profile, column quantity, whether there is an error or not. Okay, so that makes a lot of sense, right? So there was a question on unique and distinct. So you can see that, right? Who was the person who asked? Whoever. You see here, 10 are distinct but 0 unique. That means 7 is occurring multiple times, 6 is occurring multiple times. So there is no unique occurrence of that number, but they are distinct characters, right? And this is also distinct, like 1 and 2 are appearing, right? But there is no unique because 1 is also multiple times, 2 is also multiple times. So that's how unique and distinct is there. Here, 6 unique dates are there. That means that 6 dates have occurred only once in the table. That is what it makes it unique. Okay. So I hope this clears the question. Load to and add to my data model. So you see, we are creating our data model with the fifth file which we have uploaded with 7,000 rows, right? Again, I will go from file, text CSV, product lookup, and I will say import, and I will say transform data. And by the way, I think this whole files which I'm using is sample files of Microsoft. So these, I have not built it. These are sample files, I believe, is created by Microsoft itself, right? So now product lookup is also there where you have related to product related data, right? Now you go fifth file and we will have next file uploaded, product lookup, region lookup. Again, the same steps we will perform. Close and load the data, and you say add to this to data model, and you see this is also coming up here with 109 rows. And now the last file, store lookup, transform data, load, close and load to, okay. Now all our files have come in. Now what you can do with these files, you can manipulate it, you can run a pivot table here, okay. You can run a power pivot name, even your normal pivot table you can run here, okay. So what we will do is we will run a pivot table. But before the pivot table, we will have to, so all the tables are interrelated, you agree? If I have to get the customer name in this food mart section, I can get, because customer id is there. If I want customer name, customer id, customer address, full name, he is male, female, every data I can get in this table, right? Through customer id, if I want, I can get all the data populated here, correct? For that, I will have to run multiple VLOOKUPs, correct? But that thing can be very easily performed in this get and transform, right? Guys, please be a little active on yes, no. I'm little worried whether I'm going in the right direction today. Is it working fine till now? Saurabh, I would just request you to please hold on so that I can complete my flow, right? And then we can, separately answer your questions. Because it may either you will feel that I'm skipping your questions, or it may disturb the entire flow, right? Because it's very different direction in which we are trying to cover our flow, right? So please be specific for the things which we are discussing, and I am happy to address all the other questions which you are having. Yeah. Okay, guys. So now what we will have to do is we will have to manipulate this data a little better. So what I will go to data, and you see a small green color box which is coming, which is a go to Power Pivot window. So I'm going to click this, and I'm going to Power Pivot window. Okay. And here I have two views. One view is data view, and the other view is diagram view. Okay. So I will repeat, just try to understand step by step what I'm doing. I'm going to the data view. One second, I'm just opening that sheet because I'll share it. I'll share it. Actually, that screen has automatically changed. So I have not shown anything. So as far as I have clicked that green button, this screen has appeared. Okay. And it has two things, data view and diagram view. So the tables in this form is called as data view. Okay. Where you can get all the data. But what is more important here is the diagram view. So I'll go to diagram view. Now look at this. This is the same screenshot which you have seen. I hope you guys can see it, right? Can you see it now, guys? This screen is visible, right? So you see, this is a diagram view. That means all the table, you see, this is the first table I have, 27.1 calendar lookup. This is the second table I have, which has customer lookup, right? So I can just drag and drop. It is so easy. You see, all the item related to customer lookup is there, correct? Then you have the third table, which is the food mart transaction for 1997, right? Which has transaction date, customer ID, product ID, stock date, and quantity. Then I have this fourth column, which is the food mart transaction Transaction date, stock date, product ID, customer ID, store ID, same things, right? But for 1998. Then I can just move here and see there are other tables also. What I will do, I will just press it, click and bring it here, like how we work in our PowerPoint. It is as simple as that. Okay. So you have the fifth column also coming here, and then you have the sixth table, which is product lookup, which gives you all the information about the product, right? And then you have the last, which is regional lookup. Okay. And we bring it here, right? Let me just put it here. Now what we have to do is we will have to create relationships here from the main table, like customer lookup. The customer ID is the unique thing, right? So you need to connect this to this, correct? So that all the information, if you are using this table, which date, which customer has purchased, I can do it. If I want to populate the customer name, I can just link this to this and see how easily it can be done. Okay. What you will have to do is click on this, left click, and stretch your arrow to customer. A line will get formed, and you see here a relationship has already got formed. So entire column, the entire table has got VLOOKUP here. Ultimately, if I have to put it that way, the entire table has got VLOOKUP here by this stretching of the thing, right? Similarly, wherever there is a date, because all the other attributes are there in the date, if I click and stretch, the date will get linked to this thing, right? Even I will stretch, I can connect this to multiple tables. Here also there is a date attributes I need, right? So date attribute has got created. So you see, if you click on this, you will see where the connection has got created, right? Similarly, you see, it is all very logical. There is nothing technical here. If you see, there's this product lookup, right? So which product is there? I will create a relationship from product to here, right? Similarly, product to here, can I create a relationship like this? You have got a relationship which has got created with product ID. Here, it will give me all the information related to product because it has got related here. Similarly, customer ID, you see, again, I'm trying to do it. What it will say, you cannot create relationship because relationship already exists in the column. So I will say, okay, I will do relationship between this and this customer ID, right? So that is how I am creating a relationship, right? Then you see store ID, and here product ID, again product ID is there. So I will create a relationship with product ID to this product lookup because relationship we have already established. So like this, you can easily create a very nested table or a nested database which is having all the data with you, okay, at a click of the button. Okay, let me see, can you guys suggest me which other relationship I can make? Which other relationship? Because if we don't make all relevant relationships when we are making pivot table, Store ID to where? Customer lookup to, let me see, customer lookup to store, customer address, customer ID. What is that we can connect with this region? Is there any region or sales region there? In return also, in product also. So is there any region which is there? Okay, so let's we will see that what are the items which can get linked further. Region to where I am missing actually. Region to where should I connect? Sales district. Are we able to find sales district anywhere else? Okay, that's fine. I think this is enough for us. We can make, when we are making a related database, we can make it more linked and more proper, right? This is also enough for our example purposes. Okay, this store ID. So store ID, can I link store ID to here? It cannot. Duplicate values are there in the column, hence the transaction, because you see transaction will also have multiple store IDs and food mart will also have multiple store IDs. So it is not allowing us to create a store ID as a attribute, right? Because it is not a unique, it has to be done through a unique channel only, right? So what I will do, I will hold on till here, okay? And we'll try to see how it looks when we try to make a pivot table. So I will close this here, okay? And I will open, and now what I will do, can you see my screen? You have this